On Penn State in the Big Ten Championship. It'll be here on the Fan Saturday, 5 o'clock.
First time they've played since the '94 Rose Bowl.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Here's the coach, Dan Lanning, I believe. He's on the line. Dan Lanning, can you hear us?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Hey,
How
good.
old were you in 1994, by the way?
I think I went to Disney World that year with my family. I think it was in second grade.
Wow.
So you don't remember the big Penn State Oregon Rose Bowl matchup, I'm guessing.
Don't remember it well. No.
Did you have the delicious Opus X yesterday?
No, I didn't, but you got a good memory. We got a lot of other things going on right now. Not a lot of time to slow down and enjoy things.
Yeah, I figured. I was going to ask you that. How did you balance signing day with preparation for this game?
Very carefully. I mean, there is no balance right now, so you just try to squeeze in as much as you can in the amount of time that you have. But it went really smooth. We got a great staff, and everything went really well.
Do we need to just sit down here over the next year or two and come up with a refurbed calendar? It's just kind of seems ridiculous that, teams are preparing for a national championship run here, and we got free agency and basically the draft happening in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Somebody ought to figure that out. But hey, it is what it is, right?
When you study Penn State, which of their games? I mean, I see you watch them all, but which of their games do you study most? Does one or two stick out?
I don't think you pick just one or two games. I mean, I think you try to figure out what teams look the most like you, play similar schemes to you. But we really like digging through all of it.
Who does Penn State most remind you of than what you've seen?
Oh, not a lot. There's not a lot of teams that what they do offensively is very unique and different. So I don't think we've seen anybody this year that looked quite like them. Just a variety of formations, how they utilize their personnel. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, so I want to ask you about Kotelnicki. He's their offensive coordinator, and I'm a Kansas fan, and so watched him closely last year, and he was just flat out dynamite for them. What does he present a defense? Because I know he is really well respected. I know you've talked about him before, about all the explosives he's created. Just what makes him so good?
Yeah, just again, I think it's hard to prepare for it because there's such a variety of formations. How he utilizes his personnel. Stuff that you don't normally see. You turn on one of their, football games, and you're gonna say, okay, how would you adjust to that? They make you ask a lot of questions about how you defend things, and then they utilize their personnel really well.
Yeah, I mean, Ty Warren is is going to be a top 10, top 15 NFL pick, best tight end in the country, most people think. And I feel like they use him maybe as much and in different ways than any players used in the country.
Yeah, they certainly do. They definitely he's a catalyst for their offense for sure.
So what must you do to be efficient against that offense? And is a lot of it on your quarterback?
Our quarterback?
Or I'm sorry, your defensive quarterback.
You want our quarterback to go out there and play defense? Is that
well,
what
maybe.
Saying?
Yeah, if he's smart.
Yeah, they'll never.
If we do that, I don't like our chances.
That'd be great.
I'll be there. I mean, Dylan's a great quarterback, but I'm not going to put a lot of it on him. Stopping their offense, I'm not putting very much of that on Dylan at all.
They'll never see it coming.
But that's thinking outside the box.
I know.
Yeah, they would never see that coming.
And that's what you do. And you'd get headlines. You get headlines every week for for all the things you do. That could be fun. That's the next one. No, I meant your defensive quarterback.
All right. God, this is all over. But yeah, we can't give up explosive plays. Like we can't give up explosive plays, and then we got to create explosive on offense. I mean, they're a good football team, and they got more weapons than just their tight end. They got a great scheme. They got a good quarterback. They got good running backs, and got to be aware of where those guys are at all times. But yeah, we can't give up explosive plays. That's probably where it starts. And then offensively, we got to be able to create some.
How is your philosophy when you're playing against a team that maybe has just any one particular stand-up player? What's your philosophy on paying extra attention to someone, rolling someone over the top versus just kind of running your scheme and hey, this is kind of what we do?
Well, I think you always want to be aware of where people are at when you talk about a team's strengths. What makes it harder about how Penn State does it is that guy plays so many different positions and moves around the field. So you can't just say, okay, I'm going to line up my best corner on Tyler Warren. Well, then he's lined up the next play at running back or quarterback in the backfield and catching a snap. So this doesn't work like that. And that's probably what makes them more challenging is that they move their personnel around a lot.
So you always want to be playing best at this time of the year. Just kind of where do you think your guys are at? You seem to be getting healthy at the right time. Do you feel like you guys are peaking heading into the games that really matter?
Yeah, I mean, we played well last week, but this is a new week. So I thought, last week was probably our most complete game. Hate the last score there at the very end that we gave up. But ultimately, we played really clean in all three phases last week and love to build off of that this week.
Where do you find a Washington helmet? Is that an eBay sort of thing? How do you go about finding that at the half?
No comment.
Nice.
I like it. Subterfuge.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you see when you watch Drew Aller?
Yeah, big quarterback, strong arm. He can really move the ball down the field. I think he makes great decisions. He makes their offense tick.
Have you played against a pass rusher like Carter this year?
I don't think we have. No, I think he's probably as good as we've seen. He's certainly got a ton of twitch, and a guy that we have to be aware of.
Now, what is twitch? Describe twitch.
Like fast. Like how fast is that? Like if you went to the weight room right now and you did squat, like what do you think you'd squat right now?
5.
500 or 5 pounds?
Oh, probably 5 pounds. Yeah.
5 pounds. All right. So the twitch element of that is how fast you move that 5 pounds. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's how fast he's able to move. He has a lot of twitch. Like trying to kill a fly with a fly swatter. He's got that.
Okay. Oh yeah. Right. That's a good analogy. I'm telling you, I'd be really fast with 5 pounds.
I mean,
there you go.
Back in the day, I mean, Coach, he recovered a fumble in the Pheasant Bowl in Salina, Kansas.
That's right. That's right. He probably heard about it.
It's kind of it's kind of a big deal being from the Midwest. I'm assuming you've heard about the Pheasant Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do college? Okay, so I'm asking this question because Carson Beck said that he didn't like watching college football. It gave him anxiety. Do players like watching games, or do they go about their college lives and not pay attention to other teams and games as much?
I can't really speak on that. I think our players watch football. I hope they do, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we spend a lot of time together. We watch a lot of football together. I know that. So, but when we're not together, how much do they watch? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like the difference between watching tape and watch. I'm assuming even if you're not watching tape, you just like watching football.
For sure, it's the greatest sport known to man. Right? Tonight you got Thursday night football. Who's playing tonight?
Lions Packers, best of the year.
I feel like the Lions are getting a lot of premier games. It seems like maybe it's just because last week was Thanksgiving. You always,
Hey,
but yeah. I mean, who doesn't like watching football?
Lions are actually. I mean, a lot of people think Lions are the best team in the NFL. I mean, it's a weird world that the Ducks are running college football, the Lions are running the NFL. It's a bunch of new bloods. We love it.
Yeah, but how about them Chiefs? You know what I mean?
Your Chiefs, yeah. They look.
They still got it rolling too, right?
Yeah, only lost once.
We were talking yesterday.
Yeah. Tight matches, but they've been coming out with the W's, right?
Yeah, they have.
They've got that quarterback. I don't know if you know anything about quarterback play, but he's pretty good. I think you should probably try to find a guy like that. He's pretty solid.
All right.
Well, I like ours. That's for sure.
I was interested because you got we won't talk a lot about the recruiting class, but you got another Polynesian Pipeline quarterback, and he talked about how he grew up admiring Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel, obviously Mariota and the number 8 thing. Just what the significance of that? I mean, that to me, when everyone's trying to get to the islands and kind of grab these kids, just kind of how special is that now that you kind of have built something pretty unique there at that position and the success and with that pipeline? Yeah,
I mean, it's huge to be able to lean on connections and opportunities that exist here in our program. And certainly I think the success of guys like Marcus and Dylan, paved the road for us to have opportunities for guys like Jared and KJ.
Because didn't you say Dylan was kind of one of his big recruiters?
Yeah, I think they definitely had some conversations. Like I always challenge these guys, when they're coming into our program. Like, don't ask me. Obviously, I'm going to tell you great things about our program. Go ask our players, right? So go ask them the truth, and I think they'll tell you, what you can expect from us here.
Now, if you were going to have an Opus X, where's the humidor?
In the cigar room.
At home, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you have a cigar room.
Got a cigar room. Yeah.
Stocked?
I haven't been in there a while, so I don't know if it's. But usually there's some stogies up there to tap into.
So I'm guessing winning a Big Ten championship, that would probably elicit a trip, give you a little downtime. Does that elicit a trip to the cigar room?
We'll see. I don't know.
Well, then
I haven't thought that far ahead.
Then he's got transfer portal.
One of these days.
No rest for the weary.
One of these days.
Somewhere around February.
Yeah.
Somewhere around February
Right.
we'll probably elicit a trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good luck in Indianapolis against Penn State, and good luck on the recruiting trail, the portal trail, or whatever they call it.
Appreciate it.
You know.
You guys have a good one.
All right, see ya. There he goes.
The portal trail, the Oregon trail.
I don't know.
I'm a little disappointed because
You didn't ask him to have a cigar with him.
Oh yeah.
What's the matter with you?
I forgot about that.
Chicken.
Well, maybe in February. I think that's the key. Is it's got to be an off season. It's got to get down there. What? The only thing I'm disappointed about was the Rose Bowl matchup. Like, because Penn State's wearing the all whites, and Oregon earlier this year wore the yellow, green, yellow, the Rose Bowl throwbacks. It was right there. And they went with the damn All Blacks.
They had to go with yet another
like it.
unused combo.
I don't like it.
You had it.
I don't like it.
Penn State, Oregon, it was right there.
I read first time since 2008 that they're going green lid, black top, black pants.
2008.
Just once in one of these big time games, I would love it if they would go with
their school colors.
Yeah, go with something traditional.
Exactly.
That's a pretty common complaint among like the diehard Duck fans. Is I love all the stuff we do, but when it comes to the big games, people should know it's you and your colors.
Well, yes, because there's a lot of people tuning in to you for the first time,
right?
And you see a team in black, and you're like, "Wait, who's that?"
Well, like that national
could be
championship
anybody.
game against Auburn, they came out in like carbon fiber helmets and silver and like neon highlighter. It didn't really look like green and yellow.
No, it's it's a little it's a bit off for me. And I really think this year's unis, when they've done the traditional stuff, whether the yellow white yellow or the yellow green, kind of the throwback stuff, I think it's one of the best looks in college football.
It's been great.
It would have, with the Penn State being the traditional, the clean whites in the Big Ten title game. God, it would have been a Rose Bowl throwback. And I was like, there's no way they don't do it. And then I was a little they look good. The All Blacks look good, but it's just.
I do also appreciate though, like the juxtaposition of like they are the old school team, we are the new school team, and so this is us, and this is what this is. I can appreciate that side of it as well.
Dan Lanning's appearances here on our show brought to you by Unitas Community Credit Union. Like a coach's playbook, Unitas has a winning strategy for your finances. Unitas. Post-game show?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, we've kind of already broken it down.
I mean, I want to hear about your fast twitch on the 5-pound squats.
Yeah. Well, when I said 5, I meant 500.
You have the Jason Swigard, Danny Meringue squatting.
But I would not have much twitch.
No.
On 500.
No.
Well, then why'd you lie to him? He asked 5 or 500. And
well,
you said
because
5
I thought it
pounds.
would be more fun to say 5 pounds. And, I'm humble.
Yeah. I bet you could get
humble liar.
I bet you could get 135.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a 45 on each side.
Let's not try. How about that?
I want to see Rop in the squat cage.
Let's keep you guessing.
Let's go.
Well, we had the combine several years
That was
ago.
what, like 15 years ago?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long
It
ago.
was a while ago.
What year was that?
I wasn't around. I don't know.
Nah, it was a long time ago. I just remember once years ago that Swag, who's never lifted in his life, came out and said that he could squat 300 pounds. And then they actually went to crunch.
Here's the situation.
And I think he quit at like 185 because his spine was going to blow out. Good times.
At least now Coach Lanning knows about the Pheasant Bowl.
Yeah.
He already knew.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he did. I was skeptical.
He plays it cool, but he knows. Everybody out there knew back then.
Yeah. The
so
twitch.
that would have been. So he said he was in second grade in 95.
Well, yeah, something like that. It was 94, I think was the
Yeah, so he would not have been born
but
when
the legend lives on.
When news hit of my
but the legend lives on.
Me falling on a fumble in the
he still knows.
It was the first thing his parents told him when he came out. Hey, you know what, son? You know what you missed?
Yeah.
He still knows about the
I'll send him a few clippings.
Yeah.
Remind him. I'm a little disappointed you didn't. Come on, you were supposed to go down there and have a cigar with him.
Yeah. I don't think he was in joking mode today.
Well, he kind of seemed to have some fun today.
I was laughing a little bit. But
More so than normal.
I think it was more about the absurdity of it. I do enjoy he asked you how much you. Is that the first time anyone's ever asked you how much you squat?
Yeah, and I appreciate that it comes from Dan Lanning.
Yes. That has never been asked to you before.
Nope.
At any point in your life.
How much do you squat?
How much you bench?